Okay. So at this time, I will call this meeting to order. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Baker.
Present.
Commissioner Garrettson.
Yes.
Commissioner Granados.
Here.
Here.
Commissioner Kowalski. Commissioner Leone.
Here.
Commissioner Mirabella.
Present.
Commissioner Palmieri Muedad.
Here.
And Chair Williams.
Here.
Chair, you have 7 commissioners present for this evening's regular meeting.
Thank you so much. Would you please now lead us in the prayer and salute to the flag?
Humbly we ask God, the giver of peace and the lover of charity, to give the entire family of nations true agreement with his will, and to grant the light of his spirit on all who work for justice and peace. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, let's see. Clerk, would you please read the Statement of Compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act?
The chair wishes to announce that pursuant to the requirements of New Jersey statutes annotated, Title 10, Chapter 4, Section 10 of the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting of the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Union has been given by mailing the annual meeting schedule for the year 2022, along with periodic changes necessitated by circumstance to the newspapers circulating within the County of Union who are designated to receive such notice, and by posting the annual meeting schedule for the year 2022 in the Administration Building, and further by filing the annual meeting schedule for the year 2022 with the Office of the County Clerk.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the communications?
So moved, Madam Chair.
Okay, moved by Commissioner Mirabella, seconded by Commissioner Palmieri Muedad. Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Baker,
Aye.
Commissioner Garrettson,
Yes.
Commissioner Granados,
Aye.
Commissioner Leone,
Aye.
Commissioner Mirabella,
Aye.
Commissioner Palmieri Muedad,
Aye.
and Chair Williams.
Aye.
Chair, you have 7 votes in the affirmative on the communications.
Thank you. I will be asking for a motion to approve the minutes of the following meetings. October 6th, agenda setting and regular meeting. October 20th, agenda setting and regular meeting. And November 10th, agenda setting and regular meeting. So may I have a motion?
So moved, Madam Chair.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Mirabella, seconded by Commissioner Baker. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Baker,
Aye.
Commissioner Garrettson, Commissioner Granados,
Aye.
Commissioner Leone,
Aye.
Commissioner Mirabella,
Aye.
Commissioner Palmieri Muedad,
Aye.
and Chair Williams.
Aye.
Chair, you have 7 votes in the affirmative on all minutes.
Thank you so much. Tonight we have an ordinance for final reading, so clerk, would you please read the ordinance by title?
Ordinance number 841-2022, an ordinance fixing the salaries of members of the Board of County Commissioners, the county manager, county council, and department heads.
Thank you. The meeting is now open to the public for the purpose of commenting on ordinance number 841-2022 only.
Good evening, Chair, ladies and gentlemen, the Commissioner Board, and Dr. Garrettson, of course. Bruce Patterson, Garwood. I wrote this down. After the outrageous unwarranted raises of 8, 9, 11, and 18% last year, at least you tamped them down to 2%, so thank you on that. Except for the Parks and Recreation Director, which we see as a 9% raise. What we find is a brand new person, Mrs. Drake, now as director, and Mr. Zuber, for some reason, disappeared. What happened to Mr. Zuber, we must ask? In the usual bizarro world of Union County government, a new person just starting out in the job with no experience receives a 9% raise instead of achieving some savings by breakage. The previous Mr. Zuber having at least 10 years' experience. Please, for the public's need to understand, someone please explain this action of yours, and if not justifiable, then please vote no and amend the decrease of 9% down to 2% like everyone else is getting. So, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We as board folks did not get involved in those kinds of day-to-day decisions, so I am going to ask County Manager if he would like to make a comment.
Thank you, Chair. Just a couple points. I'm not sure Mr. Zuber disappeared. He's alive and well. And Ms. Drake has been with the county, I think, for 20 years or 25 years. So the fact you're calling her brand new is, you've seen her at many meetings during your time, so I'm not sure what that is either, but she's a longstanding member of the county. Thank you.
Thank you. Floor is still open. I see there's no one else coming before us, so I will formally close this public comment portion of the meeting, and I will ask Fiscal Chair Granados to please move ordinance number 841-2022 for final reading.
Thank you, Chair. As Fiscal Chair, move ordinance number 841-2022 for final reading and authorize the clerk of the board to advertise same in accordance with the law. Thank you, Chair.
Second.
That was seconded by, moved by Commissioner Granados, seconded by Commissioner Mirabella. Would you please call the roll, clerk?
Commissioner Baker,
Aye.
Commissioner Garrettson,
Yes.
Commissioner Granados,
Aye.
Commissioner Leone,
Aye.
Commissioner Mirabella,
Aye.
Commissioner Palmieri Mudet,
Aye.
and Chair Williams.
Aye.
Chair, you have 7 votes in the affirmative on ordinance number 841-2022.
Thank you. The meeting is now open to the public for the purpose of commenting on resolutions being offered for adoption and/or on any other governmental issue that a member of the public feels may be of concern. When you come up, please state your name and town of residence for our record, and if you're speaking on a resolution on the agenda, please note the resolution number to which you are referring, and please adhere to the 5-minute time limit. So we are now open.
I wish more people would show up. But anyway, good evening, Chair and ladies and gentlemen of the board, Bruce Patterson, and Dr. Garrettson, of course, Bruce Patterson, Garwood. Reso 1052 is canceling unissued bond balances for $2.2 million, I would assume going back into the budget. So it's good to see some house cleaning digs up some taxpayer savings, so thank you for that. Number 1053 cancels grant account balances. How much is this and what happens to that money? 1066 gives out an exclusionary wage increase. What is the increase and how many employees are affected? 1067 is giving raises to constitutional officers. Unknown if there's a percentage increase, probably there is. The public would like to know what it is. If there is an increase to the surrogate salary, this would be just like the salary ordinance above, with a new person with no experience whatsoever, replacing the previous person who had at least 15 years' experience at the exact same salary or even more. This new surrogate person has no idea what the department functions are, yet gets the job and gets a raise where there should be salary breakage savings involved. Another possible Union County government bizarre world in the making. And if you can, please explain your action. And it's strange that County Manager Oatman says you work 20 years, you get a 9% raise. So I guess to the employees, work 20 years, 9% raise, County Manager said it. 1083 and 1084, 1083 and 1084 is verifying shared services with County Dispatch, Fanwood with 26,000 and Garwood for 2,000. Being that the County Dispatch ended up as a black hole, in my opinion, spending around $8 million in construction-related costs, along with whatever labor costs are involved, the county sorely needs every dollar to offset this boondoggle, since putting towns and county all together sees no savings. I recommended this, a county study should really be done on this to see where we stand. 1086 is increasing the professional fees of musical group by 160 grand, 35% increase for reconfiguration of the county clerk's office. Previous meetings, discussions of the changes were explained to be rather minor, so why are we paying musical group 160 grand more in professional fees? 1099 is outsourcing our psychiatric department administration to CFG for 170 grand a year. Outsourcing is okay, in my opinion, but you must have reviewed whatever person's resume is coming on board. Who are we hiring? Number 1100 totals Dakota's law firm $380,000 for a suit titled HC Equities versus Union County, and I've asked about this before. Just confirm we won this suit, and the question is, how much would we have been on the hook for originally, where we spent nearly 400 grand fighting this? 1101 and 1102 is hiring professionals related to purchasing a building at 921 Elizabeth Avenue. Why are we buying a 5-story building when we are planning to build 2 buildings totaling 16 stories for the county government complex? And a general comment, what's happening to the stairwell project? It should be done by now, but no one is asking about it. The public would like to know status, and if there are design problems, construction problems, balancing problems, if time permits. I would like to commend Commissioner Baker, new to the board in 2022, for his forthright inquisitiveness by asking many questions about resolutions and the budget through the year. Thank you very much on that. It was actually very refreshing. So, thank you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Kwanzaa. I stood on the side. I listened to the event. And Merry Little Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Nobody ever wishes Merry Little Christmas, so I'll be the first to do that. So, thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so there were a number of comments and some questions about a few of these resolutions. And I think there was also a compliment on a couple of them. So, bear with me, guys, I just have to go back to that page. Yes, yeah, the exclusionary, actually, no, going back to 1052 and 1053. Director Taylor.
So through you, Chair, Resolution 2022-1052, unissued bond balances. Essentially, we are doing a cleanup of our books every year. As you know that towards the end of the year, we review either our current fund, capital fund, or grant fund to determine what amounts need to be closed because projects are concluded. So that's what that $2.2 million reference is. The grant funds in Resolution 2022-1053 deals with all of the grants that we receive on an annual basis. As you know, we accept the entire grant award, so we receive 100% of the grant award. We post it into our general ledger. However, departments only spend, if they spend 100% of it, or if they only spend a portion of those grant funds because of eligible expenses, we only get reimbursed based upon actual usage. So there is a difference at times. So in this case, again, we go back. Many grant awards stay open for a number of years. Sometimes they can stay open up to 8 to 9 years. We go back and we review. In this case, we're canceling receivables in the tune of $7.2 million and canceling appropriations to the tune of $7.4 million. That's it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
There was a question about 1066, County Manager, did you want to say something further about that?
Thank you, Chair. For 1066 and 1067, it is 2%.
Okay, those are 2%. Okay, great. Let's see. There was a question, I don't know if I wrote down the number, but it was Director Moran, there was a question about, I don't remember if it was a question or it was a comment about a black hole. So, never you mind. Clerk Rajapi, there was also a comment about 1086.
Thank you. Through you, Madam Chair. Yes, 1026 is for the Musial Group, which are the architects for a 5-phase project in the clerk's office, which involves a renovation. And it is all being done while we are in the office. So it is a difficult project. The reason it increased was because of change orders that have occurred. For example, asbestos was found in an area where the 2 bathrooms were being situated. There are 15 remaining months on the project. The total project was 28 months. Mutual also provided a layout for us for the jail, the 9th floor. Through the deputy manager, we were able to use the 9th floor on the jail for our election collating project, which is a massive project, as you know, by district. So the Mutual Group helped us with that layout. So this, basically what they were doing, we're using their monthly construction administration costs for change orders.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And then County Council, there were a number of questions about couple of, let's see, what is it? About a couple of contracts.
Yes, thank you, Chair. Concerning the Dakotas firm and the HC Equities
Yes.
litigation, I think the question was, how much was that original litigation? It was a multi-million-dollar claim against us, which, as the Speaker noted, we have won the major portion of the case. Unfortunately, as I've explained to this board before, there are some ongoing issues that we still have to litigate, and we continue to defend that with the hope that and the expectation that we will also be able to dismiss the remainder of those claims, but of course that'll be up to either a settlement or a judge at some point. The other 2 had to do with the Elizabeth Avenue project. That is in fact a building that the county currently occupies a major portion of. So rather than continue to pay rent, we will be purchasing the building, and then it will be part of the county's land holdings, and we won't have to pay rent anymore. I think that answers the Speaker's question.
Thank you so much. Floor is still open. I see no one else, so I will formally close this portion of the meeting and ask for a motion to adopt Resolutions 2022-1048 through 2022-1114.
So moved, Madam Chair.
Moved by Commissioner Mirabella, seconded by Commissioner Palmieri Muedad. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Baker,
Aye.
Commissioner Garrettson,
Yes.
Commissioner Granados.
Aye.
Commissioner Leone,
Aye.
Commissioner Mirabella,
Aye.
Commissioner Palmieri Muedad. Aye. And Chair Williams.
Aye.
Chair, that's 7 votes in the affirmative on all resolutions.
Thank you so much. So now we come to Commissioner reports and comments. Before I turn to my colleagues, I would like to actually begin this week. I wanted to say a couple of things as we close out the year. So I want to thank you again for joining us for our final Commissioner Board meeting of 2022 and my final meeting serving as your chair for this year. This is the time where I say thank you. It was not an easy year, and although COVID-19 is not quite in our rearview mirror, we have taken strides once again to reopen our county and do the best that we can on behalf of our residents. For me, it was a challenging, though ultimately rewarding year. As the first LGBTQ member of the board, and of course, first LGBTQ chair, I must say again, as I have in the past, that representation really does matter. My re-election to the board and my election by my colleagues as chair shows that Union County is in the forefront of leadership, and that to us, diversity really is not just another word. Our focus this year was on connecting our community, and we did so in many ways. Our broadband project to expand our capabilities throughout Union County is well underway, and another initiative we undertook this year, making Connections for Mental Health and Well-Being is also underway. This year, I was honored to preside over the opening of our first inclusive park, Tamike Park in Plainfield. And in addition, through the efforts of our wonderful prosecutor's office, we are implementing the Safe Place initiative to ensure that all our residents know that they are supported and can feel safe in our county. Once again, thanks to the tremendous and difficult work of our Finance Committee, we were once again able to deliver a budget that for the third year in a row had a 0% tax increase for our residents. We continue to host food distribution drives to support those in need because we know that that need is still great. There are a host of other items, too many to count in this brief time, unless you want me to. We'll be here for another 2 hours. Any work undone this year due to time and circumstance will, I'm sure, be carried out by the 2023 leadership. So now my thank yous begin. First, I want to thank County Manager Ed Oatman and Deputy County Manager Amy Wagner for their support in implementing the initiatives that we had on our agenda for this year. The execution of the day-to-day work of our staff has been outstanding. So I would also like to thank all of our directors here who come to the meeting thoroughly prepared to answer not only our questions, but the questions of our residents, as you witnessed once again tonight. The division directors and our tremendous staff who carry out that work also deserve to be commended. I'd like to thank our clerk of the board, Jim Pelletieri, and his staff, whose attention and dedication to ensuring that what we do as commissioners is done well. That work, the work you all do, is second to none. I want to thank Lisa Bullock and our commissioner aides who work tirelessly every day to make us look good, to make sure we get someplace on time and that we have the materials that we need to do our work. I'd like to thank our county council, Bruce Bergen, for his kindness and his patience with me in assisting me through the vagaries of our legal questions and concerns. And then finally, I would like to thank all my board colleagues. I want to thank my vice chair, now surrogate Chris Hudak, for being by my side and assisting me as I performed my duties. I want to thank my colleagues whose service on our various committees and advisory boards has helped to further the work of Union County government. You are the best, and I truly treasure our collegiality. So once again, thank you all. It has been a tremendous and edifying experience. Thank you so much.
Madam Chair, if you don't mind, we have a presentation for you, and I'd like to invite you and the rest of the commissioners up front in front of the dais.
I'm shocked. Shocked.
I've been elected to play the role of Chris Hudak tonight. Typically, the vice chair has some parting comments for our outgoing chair, but I can only say, Madam Chair, what a great job you did in 2022. I know full well the difficulty, the challenges, the sacrifices that come with being chair of this board, and you exercised all of them with grace and dignity and courage and intelligence and all those things. And I'm proud of you to stand next to you and say to you on behalf of my colleagues what a great job you did representing our county from east to west and north to south. You did a wonderful job, and we have this small token of appreciation for all your efforts this year. Thank you. And I'll be as surprised as you are when you open it.
It's a chair.
Golf club.
Ah. Oh. Thank you.
Robert? Robert?
It says it congratulates 2022 Chair Rebecca Elwood for your leadership and impactful chair initiatives. Okay, so now I will start to my far left, Commissioner Dr. Garrettson.
Thank you so much. Congratulations again for an outstanding year. You just outlined a number of wonderful accomplishments that the county has been able to do. So thank you for your dedication and commitment. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that this year or this particular month, sometimes a lot of mental health issues are going on. And you think about not just the holidays, there are a lot of people who are experiencing a lot of bereavement. You guys can see there's quite a few individuals that I have to recognize from people I know personally or just neighbors or other. So just be kind to folks or be kind to individuals during this time. So I just wanted to remind our communities that we are there. There's so many good resources in our county, but also just sometimes pick up a phone call and call someone. I'm very, very pleased to have participated in not 1, 2, but 3 holiday celebrations with colleagues. Of course, you saw this evening, we did Kwanzaa. This earlier in the week, we did Hanukkah, and we also did Christmas. So, there's so many good things to celebrate, not just today. We also have, I saw in my notes to just recognize there's hotlines, comida, and food. If you're looking for resources, again, being able to be supportive and help people during these times. You never know if you just pick up a phone call. I literally got a phone call from a neighbor, 50 years old, and she's not here anymore. So, let's really value what we have. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Dr. Garrettson. Commissioner Leon.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, congratulations on your yearly chairmanship.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. On Monday, we honored the military veterans who work for Union County with a special breakfast, and I had the honor of joining Commissioners Sergio Granado, Commissioner Mudet, and Commissioner Al Miravella at the event, along with Deputy County Manager Amy Wagner. We hold this event every year to help raise awareness about the role of military veterans in the life of Union County, whether in work, in volunteer capacity, or simply as a good neighbor. As we reflect on the conflicts throughout the world, we also reaffirm our gratitude for those who gave their service to ensure peace and prosperity at home and who continue to lend their skills in our community. We encourage all veterans and military families to reach out and connect with us through our Office of Veteran Services, and you can call our office at any time at 908-527-4918 or visit us online at ucnj.org/veterans. Thank you, and I'm wishing everyone a very happy holiday.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Granados.
Thank you very much, Chair. I want to start off by thanking you and congratulating you from day one. You hit the ground running in making sure you created initiatives, programs that benefited the residents of the County of Union, and we're a better place because of your leadership. So with that said, I say thank you. And on behalf of all the residents, we all say thank you. The UCIA, as the UCIA liaison for the County of Union, I would like to announce that as part of the restructuring, Union County Improvement Authority has identified and returned more than $735,000 of taxpayer money to local governments in less than a year. The authority recently returned funds that were sitting dormant in accounts for more than a decade. The authority has returned $448,212.64 to the city of Plainfield, $223,003.44 to the Township of Union, $65,319.17 to the Plainfield Board of Education. We know Plainfield's extremely happy by these numbers. And $751.20 to the County of Union. On behalf of the County Commissioner Board, I'd like to thank the leadership at the UCIA, working alongside County Manager Oatman in evaluating its operations and identifying cost-saving measures that benefit the residents of the County of Union. And also would like to make mention that this Saturday, we have our Union County Food Drive that once again is going to be at King University. As we saw, everyone who attended the last food drive, it benefited residents far and wide across the County of Union, and you saw people who were truly there in need of some of the food perishables that we're providing to the residents, and something that the County of Union continues to do and continues to make sure that we know many people are facing different difficulties, especially during the holiday season, and hopefully this helps ease some of the burden when it comes to purchasing food that you'll be using during your holiday celebrations. So with that said, I just want to thank the Department of Human Services and everyone else who's involved in making sure that this takes place, including Department of Public Safety, Department of Parks, Recreation, County Manager, Deputy County Manager, and everyone else. And Department of Public Works, I see Director Graziano looking at me. Everybody, team effort. Congratulations and thank you very much. We look forward to having volunteers and everyone show up this Saturday beginning at 8 a.m. I know County Manager likes to make sure he starts a little earlier because when he sees cars lined up, he doesn't want nobody waiting, and making sure people get their food and able to get home as quickly as possible. And in closing, I want to wish everybody happy holidays, Kwanzaa, Christmas, Hanukkah, and every other holiday you celebrate throughout this time, and being grateful to be around so many great individuals and helping out other individuals. So thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you. Commissioner Palmieri Mudet.
Thank you, and congratulations, Chair, on a wonderful year. I loved working with you and alongside you, and I think you've done a great job for our county. So now you can take a little bit of a breather. I'd also like to just mention, I want to thank Director Moran for our shared services. I know we talked about it earlier, but it's really a life-saving service that we offer here in the county, and especially in times like now where everyone is so stretched thin, the last thing we want to worry about are residents who need medical emergency services. So I think our shared services program is wonderful, and I'm really grateful for it. I would like to draw attention to the exhibit of photographs in the gallery outside of our sixth floor administration building here. They're the work of a local artist and educator, Jackie Deckard. All of the photographs depict scenes from Union County parks. Together, they celebrate the beauty of our natural heritage, and they reaffirm our commitment to preserve and protect our public parks. We encourage everyone to stop by and enjoy. It will be on display till January 27th. The Commissioner's Gallery is more than 20 years old, and it's our way of connecting local artists and arts organizations to the Union County community, and we are very proud to host this exhibit. So please make sure you look at it on your way out. It's beautiful. And I would also like to wish everyone a happy and healthy holiday season, and looking forward to the new year and everyone in good health and spirits. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Baker.
Okay, it is working. We had switched mics a little while ago. It is working, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. First of all, I would like to thank our outgoing chair for her hard work, for her diligence during this year. There were certainly a number of issues that needed to be dealt with, and she managed to do them with style and with grace and with dignity. So I want to thank you and congratulate you on your tenure as chair for the year 2022 rather. And look forward to working with you for the next year. I also want to thank the county manager, Ed Oatman, and Deputy County Manager Amy Wagner for recognizing my 30 years of service to the County of Union. It was a heck of a ride. But no, I do appreciate it, and it was an experience that was from which I grew. It was a learning experience through the things that I've gone through with the organizations, with different groups of different people, state organizations, county organizations, and it was an experience that was worthwhile, and I think I've grown as an individual because of those work experiences here at the County of Union. This past weekend, I had the opportunity to attend a street name unveiling ceremony for a Reverend Dr. James Ely in the city of Rahway. Now, I've known Dr. Or Reverend Ely for most of my life, and he and I served on the City of Rahway's Planning Board together, and we were recognized in 2008 by Franklin School during Black History Month as community leaders. But his impact on the City of Rahway over these past 55 years has, it's something that you just can't really put into words. He's been there for the community when it was needed. He's a very understanding man. He's a humanitarian. He's led Second Baptist Church for 55 years and has been the president of a lot of different organizations. His resume is amazing. But as pastor of Second Baptist Church in Rahway for 55 years, this dedication was a very special affair for his family, for the church, for the city of Rahway, as we renamed Lenox Place to commend Reverend Dr. James Ely Way. And so I need to say thank you to the city of Rahway for honoring him. And it was certainly a pleasure and an honor on my behalf to honor him with such distinction. And I hope one day they might do the same thing for me. if I'm so lucky to have such an accomplished career.
Or a bridge, something.
So that's all I have to say. No, well, not all. I do want to wish everybody a Happy New Year, a Merry Christmas, and look forward to seeing you in 2023. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baker. Commissioner Mirabella.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a couple of things. Just want to highlight a few things I went to recently. One was the in the city of Summit, they rededicated the War Memorial and the Village Green up there, and Commissioner Kowalski joined me in that celebration. And I just encourage residents, if they happen to be in Summit and they walk through that park across from the train station, take a look at the new memorial that they put up there. It's beautiful, well done, and I really congratulate the VFW, the Elks, and the City Council up there for their work. It was a really wonderful job. So do yourself a favor. It's a beautiful piece of art that dedicates to the memory of those we lost in the wars. Just last night, I was able to attend Union College's holiday celebration of the foundation, joined with Jamie Siegel, and Commissioner Mudad and Surrogate Hudak, I guess, was there earlier in the evening. I didn't see him, but I heard he was there. I was really taken by the student speaker who spoke of her scholarship and the way that she was allowed to continue her education, and really proud of this board and our sponsorship of scholarships to people around our county. And I just encourage people, if they have the wherewithal to contribute to the foundation in Union College, they should try to find a way to do that, because it's a wonderful cause. And if you heard this woman's story, I think it wasn't a dry eye in the entire place. So take a look at that, and if that meets your plans, to try to support the Union Foundation. I was very happy earlier this evening to participate in the Kwanzaa celebration, although Commissioner Garrettson gave me a very difficult word. I think I was able to practice in a Okeechobee. That's not that close, I know. It's self-determination, but I really appreciate I got half of it. But I appreciate that, and I hope that becomes a regular ceremony here in our chambers. I think it was wonderful, and I wish all the residents, a happy Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and for anything else that people celebrate. And just looking into the next year, I want to remind everyone that our next meeting in 2023 will be our reorganization meeting of the County Board of County Commissioners, Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023 at 6 o'clock, across the street in Union County Courthouse, located at 2 Broad Street in Elizabeth, in the chambers of Assignment Judge Lisa Walsh. At that time, the County Board of Commissioners will swear in our colleagues, Rebecca Williams, Betty Jane Kowalski, Sergio Granados, to their new 3-year terms, and Surrogate Hudak will be sworn into his term as our surrogate. Also at that time, the commissioners will elect a chair and a vice chair for 2023. I hope everyone can join us. With that, Madam Chair, I will conclude my comments.
Thank you so much. County Council, any comments?
Thank you, Chair. I just want to congratulate you on a very successful year heading this body.
Thank you so much. And County Manager?
Thank you, Chair. I want to echo everybody's sentiments. I want to congratulate you and thank you for a great year. It's been a pleasure to sit up here next to you all year. I want to congratulate Dr. Garrison on the great Kwanzaa presentation celebration. I'm glad I had no words to try to remember and say. And for Mr. Patterson, he asked about the stair tower project. It is almost complete. We're just waiting for some final inspections. So that's it. And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, everyone.
Thank you. No one said anything about Festivus. So I want to wish everyone a happy Festivus, happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. And with that, I conclude my term as chair, although I do have 16 days left to perform ceremonial duties. So anyway, we are, I'm going to ask for a motion to adjourn.
So,
Okay.
Seconded.
Moved by Commissioner Granados, seconded by Commissioner Baker. We are, all in favor? Aye. We are adjourned. Get home safely, everyone.
well done.